YouTube, Magic Mike XXL here, fat redneck from Missouri. I got my 65 Galaxie here, my garage squad reject. Anyway, I got the power steering lines made for it to adapt the Ford Crown Vic rack to the GM pump in the LS. So I'll show you those lines and we'll get those installed, and maybe also finish mounting the fuel cell. All right, stick with me. The Crown Vic rack has this plate that holds these two lines in. It's held in by a bolt. It's got O-rings on each side. And I just had to adapt this system to the GM pump. Okay, so this high pressure one comes off here. The low pressure one stays on this plate. And so what we come up with there at the hydraulic shop is we brazed this fitting onto this Ford, and I got this 90-degree swivel adapter from another hydraulic shop in Springfield, Missouri. And then I had this line made. Okay, this has got the GM end on it for the General Motors high pressure on the pump, and then this will connect in like so. So hopefully that system will work. Okay, just in case you're wondering how much something like that costs to have made, $100 to have those two lines made. And Voris Hydraulics in Springfield are the ones who did it for me. Anyway, they also, for the low pressure side, they also made me a line with nothing, and that can slide over the low pressure nipple on the power steering pump. All right, let's get this installed. Get this mounted in here. I'll pop this end first with the one with the plate on it. That's the low pressure because it's the fat one. See here, pop that puppy in there, maybe. There we go, heard the O-ring snap. How do I want that? Maybe like that, something like that. Okay, and then we'll do this one. Make sure the O-ring is good. Okay, move this plate up out of the way a little bit. Pop this high pressure one in here. That feels good. Put the plate back on. Okay. Get my bolt here. Before I tighten that all the way down, I'm going to have to index it. I'm going to get a ratchet. Trivia, I bought this Craftsman ratchet and most of the sockets that I own when I was 15 years old. So they lasted all these years. Like I said, I'm not going to tighten this all the way down because I got to index these lines a little bit. That's good. Yeah, I like these high pressure hose clamps. I prefer these high pressure type hose clamps in this scenario. It's just a return, so I think that'll be pretty good. Alright, let's get the high pressure one put on. What do you say? Okay, high pressure. Let's put the 90 on here. Alright, 90 is on. Let's go for the hose. Well, let's get the high pressure on there. What I did is I screwed the 90 on right there, and I got the hose on the pump, trying to make a kind of an arc here with this line. Get this put on here. Just finger tight for now. I'll tighten it up more when I get under the car. Alright, so that's what it'll look like. I'll pan out a little bit here so you can see the whole system. Right here, that's the high pressure side, and it's screwed in the back of the pump. This is the low pressure side coming off the pump. So this high pressure has kind of got an arc going down to a 90 into my brazed on fitting. So when I start the car, we'll see if it sprays everywhere, but I think that's about the best I can do for now. This has got like a crusty hole in it right here. I can use it to run this vent and or return through here. So since the integrity of this is trashed, I can strengthen it and add a place to run my lines through. Thinking about this running a this gauge of plate across here, drill 2 holes in it, and put some rubber grommets in it. So the plan is to put this plate in here and box it in with some pieces there, and then that way I can just run my fuel lines down through there and strengthen it all at the same time. Notch it for that brace though. I have to do something like this. Alright, I notched that out a little bit. Let's see if it'll fit now. Flat. Yeah, that's good. That'll weld in there nice. Now I just got to get these side pieces made. I'll get some cardboard for that and cut out a pattern. Alright, I got some cardboard here. We'll see if I can't get a piece of this to fit in there. Okay, I'll trace this out, cut it in some steel. I got the piece cut out here, and my goal of getting it underneath there wasn't successful, but it looks good. I'm just going to tack it in there, and be good with it. My goal is I'm going to cut 2 holes in here, put some grommets on there, and then I can run the lines through there. The return line from the fuel filter. I got that Corvette style fuel filter. It's got the return in it, and possibly run the gas tank vent through there, although maybe on the other side of the car would be better, since the actual fitting for the fuel cell's on that side. I got a 10 by 7 marked out here, but I just want to make sure my lines are nice and square before I start cutting. I knew it. Tripped over my ground and lost my ground wire. Well, that's the thing about having Chinese tools. The ground wire that goes into my plasma cutter came off. So I'm gonna try to repair it before a few years back. Time to try to repair it again. There's a set screw that holds the wire in there, so let me get a Phillips, or sorry, a hex, and back that out. Well, my ground wire came loose. Nothing that a zip tie will not fix. I shoved her back in there, and let's tighten this baby down. Come on, zip tie. Work for daddy. Work for daddy. Okay. Well, that ain't gonna work. Came right out. Time for better repair. Time to go to the bench. tire still looks good. Shove her up in there. You know, it might be helpful to get a piece of metal to kind of put up in there to help that baby out a little bit. Maybe something that'll put more friction on it. How about that? Let's see if that'll work. It's not wide enough. It's slipping off to the side. Let's see if I got a little washer. That ain't gonna work. It doesn't even have to be metal. Maybe it can be this. Maybe I'll use this. Stick that up in there. What I'm gonna do is thread that in there, and then to give it more to bite on, I'm putting a shim in there. So there's my repair. For 24 and 5/8. Okay, that's how long they'll be. 24 and 5/8. Okay, let's put the ground back on this baby. It's on! Let's cut this baby. Pilot arc. Slow her down, Mike. Slow her down. Slow her down. Okay, that's good. Cutting good now. One hiccup there. Two hiccups. Slow her down, Mike. Well, I was too fast in some spots, so it didn't fall off right away. Nothing that a couple shakes won't take care of. Okay, 20, 1/2, 2 and 2 is 24 and 5/8. Okay, 24 and 5/8 is what I need. And my cutoff saw is out of blade. So I'm gonna have to fix that next. Not one thing, it's another. $8mm. Time to change the donuts. Let's see what we got going on from the bottom side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. So here are the tabs. Those are the hold down straps for the fuel cell. So what I'm going to do is get a piece of metal here and make an L with it, and then cross and down. That way I can bolt to it, kind of sandwich. I cut these pieces here and bent them up, and so I'm just going to put them in like so. And so I'm just going to mark some holes to cut. Alright, let's cut some holes. Carb cleaner. Well, here is the bracket that I'm going to put over the fuel cell. And these corners here, I was just going to protect them with some sort of rubber. So maybe it'll save the fuel tank from rattling when I'm driving. So what I got here is I got this big heat shrink, and I'm just going to cut it into little pieces just to go around these corners. We'll see how that works out. It may or may not work. We'll see. It may not even be wide enough. See if it'll go around this corner. It's cold out here, so just a little will help. Yeah, it goes around, not very good, but let's shrink her down, see what happens here. See if it works. Not bad, really. Try to keep from bubbling the paint up. Yeah, that worked pretty good, really. So once this is over the gas tank, I got these old Ford belts, like belts to hold up pants. They're leather and they say Ford on them. I was thinking about just kind of trimming them out, kind of look rat roddy. Look pretty cool. Okay, I'll do the other four corners. I don't think I need that near of a big piece. All this really small pieces. This time we got a little rust here, just to give this a little bit more structure. I'm going to just put on another plate on this side. It'll match. It's on the other side a little bit also, and just to give it a little structure. And also I think I'm going to mount the battery box right there. So there's a lot of holes in this trunk floor pan, but you know, I need ventilation because I'm going to have gas back here anyway, so as long as it's strong enough, that's all I care about. For grinding that metal for welding, I was using like a stone wheel, but I think that this kind of deal will work better, so I'm going to try it out. Well, we got something high right here, which I can grind down. Looks like another something high right there. Well, I don't want to reach over here too far to get my damn battery, so I'm going to mount it right about there. Plus there's a seam right here, so if I ever replace anything out here, it'd be nice to be able to get to this seam sealer. Okay, so to that lip right there. That's a good spot. Drill those out. I've traveled each and every mile. Alright, let's see if these bolts will fit through this hole that I made. Yes! I'm in business. Clean it, paint it.